President Putin has put his nuclear deterrence forces on high alert.
I order the Minister of Defense and the Chief of General Staff to put deterrent forces of the Russian army on special combat standby duty.
That means the Kremlin's nuclear weapons operators will be primed and ready to attack at short notice if President Putin decides it's necessary. It's basically down to Putin whether or not to launch the nuclear weapons, and he has constant access to a briefcase called the Cheget, from which he can launch the weapons in response to a crisis.
Do you think he's crazy enough to instigate a nuclear conflict?
I'm not going to speculate on what he would or wouldn't do, but that's why we all keep our deterrence at a state of readiness in the West to make sure that we can deter.
The world's use of nuclear weapons is kept in check by a concept called mutually assured destruction. The idea is fairly simple and works on the assumption that the risk of retaliation from one nuclear power against another would be so devastating it ensures two nuclear powers would never in reality attack one another. However, the theory doesn't hold for a nuclear state attacking a non-nuclear power. Globally, there are 5 states officially recognised as possessing nuclear weapons by the Non-Proliferation Treaty. That's an international treaty designed to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons. The 5 countries are also the permanent 5 members of the UN Security Council: China, France, Russia, the US and the United Kingdom. In January 2022, they all pledged to prevent atomic weapons from spreading and to ensure a nuclear war is never fought. There's also a handful of countries that have nuclear weapons that aren't signed up to the treaty. These are believed to include India, Israel, Pakistan and North Korea. But more than 90% of the world's nuclear warheads belong to Russia and the United States.
Malachi 4. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. Stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be it when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and the houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry at their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself, and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.